Thank you, I showered. Oh, it's good to be here. I got to go to Korea last April and perform for all the military bases out there. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there are tons of Canadians living in Seoul teaching English. This is a common thing for us to do. So when I get there, I'm all decked out in my Maple Leaf gear. I go walking into this pub. All these people come running up to me, and they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. You're from Canada. You could tell us what's going on in hockey right now. I was just like, sorry, you misunderstood. I'm from Toronto. Yeah, we don't have playoffs there. I hope you're not going to ask me about the Raptors. Actually, my favorite part about being in Korea was shopping for bras. They have my size there. Thank you. I got good news this week. My best friend phoned me, and she told me that she's pregnant. I was like, finally, a real designated driver. So I don't know who you guys like to hang out with, but some nights, don't you find it's hard to find a good designated driver? Do you know what I mean? You never know who to trust. Yeah? Did you drive tonight? Oh, looking good, sister, looking good. I don't know, my friends like to party, right? So it's always an issue. Like the other night, my friend offers to drive. I'm like, sweet, I'll pay for parking. I'll give you gas money. She's like, nah, just buy the first round of shots once we get there. I'm like, that doesn't make me feel very safe. Then at the end of the night, I go up to her and I'm like, okay, seriously, are you okay to drive? She's like, yeah, I've got gum. Don't get me wrong, I would never drink and drive. With the price of gas, I can't afford both. Plus, I don't even have a car, so buying gas is just awkward. I have to stop doing that. I love people from small towns. Anybody from a small town? Awesome. I love people from small towns because you guys have different kinds of jobs, Like here in the city, people are bankers, they're bartenders, whatever. But you go to small towns, and all of a sudden the occupation is totally different. Like I did a gig in Tweed, Ontario. Do you guys know where Tweed is? So I go to Tweed, I do a show, then I have some drinks with these guys that were at the show afterwards. And, have a few beers. And I'm like, so, what do you guys do for a living? They were like, well, Christina, we work down the street at the pad factory. So I'm kind of like, you mean brake pads? And they're like, no, Christina, like pads, like your pads. So I'm super creeped out at this point, right? I'm hanging out with the Laverne and Shirley of Tampax. But then I have a few more drinks with them, and I think they're the coolest ever, Like, that's how much I drink. I think the guys that work at the pad factory look sweet. When we get drunk, by the end of the night, I'm like, you guys have the coolest job ever. You guys should mess around at work. I know. You could write in the pads before you package them. Wouldn't that be awesome? Matt and Brian were here. For a good time down here, call. If you're wearing this, you're not pregnant. It'd be awesome, right? Be like cracking open a fortune cookie every month. You will prosper in love. Well, not this week, I won't. I got to go to Amsterdam recently. Anybody been to Amsterdam? I know what you did there. It's pretty awesome. I don't know if you guys got to go to the red light district. I went down there, and it was kind of a girls' trip. You know, all of us girls went down, and we decided it would be fun to go see a sex show. You know, maybe if you're in a couple or something, that might be a hot thing to do. But if you're with your girlfriends, it's kind of awkward. You know, we're sitting there watching these people do it on stage, trying to make small talk. Like, I know. No, seriously, me too. I gotta shave more. I actually think the only thing worse than being in one of those sex shows would be auditioning for it and not getting the part. Imagine I just put a banana in my bing bang for nothing. At least I got health care back home.